Sometimes we can get stuck in the idea of thinking that we should all have the same capsule wardrobe. We go through checklists and guides, we look at videos, and we try to replicate the items that are on these checklists, on these guides, into our own closets without actually taking into account our own personal style. So while I'm a huge advocate of a capsule wardrobe because it makes your life easier and helps you put together so many more outfits and makes your closet versatile, your capsule wardrobe, first and foremost, should work with your authentic personal style. This video is part of a 7-part video series that shares 7 capsule wardrobe essentials and how the 9 most common style types style these pieces. In today's video, I'm gonna show you the capsule wardrobe essential sweater for each style type. In this first look, we have Reese Witherspoon, and I put her into a preppy style type. And I want to point out a couple things here. What makes this sweater preppy? It's not necessarily the sweater. The sweater on its own, it's a black classic sweater. You can see someone with a minimal style or a classic style or even an edgy style wear this same sweater, but styled differently. What makes this sweater and this whole look feel preppy is she's wearing a collared shirt underneath her sweater. That's a very preppy way to style a sweater. Her sweater's also pretty fitted here, and she is wearing a skinny pair of black denim. And even though she's chosen to style this with a more androgynous shoe, she's wearing kind of a clunky loafer, for me, I feel everything else about this look feels more preppy. And here in this next look, this is Emma Stone, and she has a navy and cream sweater, or navy and ivory sweater. And this sweater on its own feels like a very preppy style sweater. It feels very nautical, and that to me feels very preppy inspired. And then if you look at the way she styled it, so she's wearing it with a dark blue skinny jean. There's no rips that would make it edgy. It's not black, it's not coated, which would make it edgy. It's not kind of a boyfriend fit or a more relaxed fit that would make it more androgynous. And, you know, she's not wearing it with a skirt, a flowy skirt that would make it feel more boho, but it's these elements together that really make the sweater feel even more preppy. And her choice of shoes. So while she's wearing a neutral shoe, she has a ballet flat on. A ballet flat is a very preppy style shoe. Shoes and accessories really do bring a whole look together and make it feel like a certain style type. In this next look, we have Kendall Jenner, and here this look feels like a trendy style type. So this sweater, even though again, it's a black sweater, there's not much going on about it, it is oversized. And as most of us know, oversized is a trend, a big trend that we've been seeing for a while now. And then also because her choice of sunglasses, you'll see they're not a classic, they're not simple like we saw in Reese's sunglasses or we might see in a more classic style sunglasses. The lens are tinted red and there's more interesting. There's something they're not timeless, they're more fun, they're more of the moment. And the last element that I feel like makes this whole look feel more trendy is her style of shoes. So she's wearing these Air Jordans, the red and black high tops, which again feel very on trend, feel very fun. So these elements together really make this look feel trendy. And in this next look, we have Jessica Alba. And her sweater choice here is, I've put it into the romantic style because not only is it this blush color, it's this soft pink, but it fits her well. It's not super tight, so there's a little bit of flow to it, which you'll see that in more of the romantic or feminine style. There's more of a fluidity or a relaxed feel of your fabrics, whether it's silks, whether it's knits, and that's what this feels like. It's not oversized like we just saw in the trendy style type. It's not fitted like the preppy style type. And again, the big thing here for me is the color choice. Now, I do feel like her choice of bottom, she's wearing a black jean or a black pant, a black boot, those definitely could play more into either a minimal style, a classic style, or an edgy style. But again, because the choice of sweater here, the choice of the color that she chose, and the softness of the fabric, that's what makes it feel more like a romantic style type. So like I mentioned in my other style videos, most of us will have elements of 2, 3, even 4 different style types in our clothes and the way we like to put things together. Having an awareness of what it is for you, what style you identify with, what styles you feel best in, is what's going to help you build a capsule wardrobe that actually works for you. Not a capsule wardrobe that's a cookie cutter that, you know, here's the same piece for somebody with edgy style, the same piece for somebody with romantic style or androgynous style. Because it doesn't really work that way. Your capsule wardrobe, yes, these pieces, just like in this video, I'm sharing a sweater. In another video, I'll share a white button-up shirt. In another video, I will share jeans. but they're tweaked. They're different for each person's style. In this next look, we have Zoe Kravitz. And here I love this because this feels androgynous, but it is stripes. So it's a different kind of stripe though that we saw with Emma Stone. So Emma Stone's has the very nautical, the navy and the cream, or the navy and the white, like those two colors together, and you throw in a camel and maybe even a pop of red in a bag like Emma Stone had. That feels very preppy, those elements. But here the stripes feel more masculine or more androgynous. They're wider, and there's navy mixed with green, which are both more masculine colors. So, and also the way she has put this whole look together. So she has this, you know, undone t-shirt underneath, and it's just hanging out at the bottom. And then she's also wearing this beanie that, again, just, it feels more androgynous. And next we have this look from Angelina Jolie. I put this look in the minimal personal style, but it could really also go in a classic style because everything's very streamlined. This look could have been taken today. It could have been taken 5 years ago. It could be still work 5 years from now. Her pieces are very simple. They're high quality, but because I know her general style, I have paired this more into a minimal style type. But again, there's elements of a classic style as well. So her sweater choice here, it's a very simple, you can tell it's a very casual, soft, probably a cashmere gray crew neck sweater. And it's styled very simply with a pair of white trousers and a pair of just simple pumps. I wanted to share this as an example for minimal style because we can tend to think of minimal style as more casual, but it can also be dressed up. It can be dressed up with a pair of pumps, with a pair of nice trousers like these. So all of these different style types can go from casual to dressy. Another reason I categorized this sweater and this look as more minimal is because the fabrics just look like they lay nicely, like they're comfortable fabrics. There's not much jewelry going on. It's very simple necklines, very simple silhouettes. And that again feels very minimal. Now if she was to pair this gray sweater with a pair of faux leather leggings, with a black tough leather boot, maybe with a black moto jacket, then this look would transform from minimal to more edgy. So again, these capsule pieces, this sweater choice can definitely be for a lot of different style types. But what it really comes down to is the way these pieces are styled. That's what's gonna make these capsule wardrobe essentials feel like a certain personal style. And here is another look from Angelina Jolie. It's another minimal look, and this one feels very casual. She's in monochrome here, which again, we'll see a lot in a minimal style type. We'll also see it in classic style type, but it does feel very minimal. Again, there's not much going on in her outfit. There's not much jewelry. There's not really embellishments on her bags. Her sandals are very simple. Everything's streamlined. You don't really see any hardware anywhere. You don't see any details like lace or leather. It's just soft fabrics that fit the body well and that just seem very relaxed. And here we have Alexa Chung, and her sweater feels very vintage, even on its own. And again, it's stripes. We saw stripes work for an androgynous style, and we saw stripes work for a preppy style. But again, look at the style of the stripes. So this stripe, the colors, even the width of the different stripes of this sweater make it feel vintage. It looks like it's from a different time period, and it very likely was from a different time period. But then again, you also want to look at the way she has styled this sweater. If you look at her choice of sunglasses, so she's wearing a cat eye sunglass. I believe they're a tortoiseshell frame, and that's a vintage style. And if you look at her bag, it's simple. There's not much going on with her bag, but that style of bag, it's a crossbody, but it's not a structured crossbody. It's almost like a hobo style crossbody, which was something, again, that's vintage. It's from a different time period. It's these very subtle details and subtle elements of her style that make this look feel vintage. Now, if you look at her shoes, we have a cap toe shoe, but it has a heel. So these shoes we've seen before in a preppy style type, but because they're styled with this sweater that has these interesting colors, they're styled with this cat eye tortoise sunglass, that's what makes it vintage. You're not gonna see somebody with preppy style wear a sweater like this. Maybe they're gonna wear the same shoe, but they're gonna style it with a navy fitted sweater, maybe with a button-up shirt styled underneath, and more of a slim or a skinny jean. That feels more of a preppy style. And here she is again in another sweater styled look. So I really wanted to share this one because she is wearing a button-up collar shirt under her sweater, but The size of the collar, it's not a modern collar you would see with a preppy style type. So a preppy style type like we saw with Reese earlier in the video, her collar was very small and she wore it under the sweater, but it was not this big wide collar that you would see more in from a different time period. Also, the color choice of the button-up shirt underneath. It's this green color that, it's not a green that again you would see in modern day. It's more this green that is from a different time period. Same thing with the sweater color choice. So while the silhouette of the sweater is pretty simple, everything about it looks like it could be modern, it's a very deep pink that feels more, because of the way she's brought the pieces together, it feels more like a vintage, like this color is from a different time period versus the blush sweater that we saw on Jessica Alba a little while ago. And then when you add the shoe choice here, so she's wearing a black ankle boot and they are pointy. Now, while these could definitely work with an edgy style type, if you were wearing all black or you had faux leather on, something like that would be more of an edgy style type. Because she wore these shoes with this whole outfit, it really feels more like a vintage look. And next we have this look from Gisele Bündchen. So this is in my opinion, it's an edgy personal style look. So what makes this sweater feel more edgy? Because it is very similar to the one we saw earlier with Kendall Jenner. It's black, it's slightly oversized, but the way she styled it. So she's wearing this Capsule wardrobe essential, this black sweater, and she chose to style it with this black faux leather leggings and these black leather ankle boots that seem very edgy. So those elements together, it's a monochrome look, but there's different textures, there's different fabrics, there's that faux leather going on, there's the edgy boots. That's what makes this feel edgy. Now, if she were to style this sweater with maybe a pair of trousers, maybe even a black trouser, a wide leg trouser, and a classic black pump, that would feel either more minimal or even classic. So you want to pay attention to the fabrics that you want for your capsule wardrobe. If you're someone with an edgy style, then you might bring in some more faux leather or coated denim or things that feel a little bit more tough. If you're a preppy style, you're going to probably like something that's more of a crisp cotton. If you're someone with a classic style, you're probably going to like silks or more luxurious fabrics. If you're someone with minimal style, you might like super soft cottons like linens or linen blends, things that just are effortless. So pay attention to the choice of fabric you like. That's gonna help inform you on the elements of your personal style. And in this next look, we have Victoria Beckham. So this look I've put into the classic personal style type. There's a little bit of tone on tone, which feels monochrome. And you'll see here, even though her sweater is in this blue color, it's not one of the more traditionally thought of colors that we use as neutrals. I definitely think this could be a neutral. This feels almost like a navy to me, and I also love blush as a neutral. That's one of my colors in my capsule wardrobe. So again, it's a very simple silhouette. That's part of what makes it classic. You can see that it's a high quality knit. The way that it fits her, it's very streamlined. There's not much going on. It just feels like a very luxurious, timeless sweater. And this photo could have been taken yesterday. It could have been taken 5 years ago. It'll probably still be relevant 5 years from now. It's timeless. So the way she styled it here, she's wearing this, looks like this silk long maxi skirt, and she's wearing these ankle boots that again are in that same tone on tone color. And her choice of sunglasses also feel classic to me. It's that wide rimmed black sunglass, you know, it's that Jackie O sunglasses here that I just feel like we've seen. They're timeless. They've been in style forever, and they will probably last in style forever. So these elements all together make this feel like a classic style type. Now, while in general, a capsule wardrobe item is solid, it's in a neutral color of your choice, sometimes, depending on your style, a capsule wardrobe sweater or a capsule wardrobe item may actually have a print. So in this next look, here we have Sienna Miller. And here this sweater I put it into the boho or bohemian personal style type. So it's the colors of the style, it's the pattern. It almost feels like a neutral for somebody with a boho style. So not only is it the print, not only is it in these colors that feel earthy, these earth tone colors, but also it looks like the sleeve is a little bit wider, it's a little bit more fluid, a little bit more boho in the silhouette as well. And in this next bohemian look, we have Kate Bosworth. So again, her sweater, if you look at her sweater, it seems pretty similar to Sienna Miller's. And the things that make it feel boho are, again, it's these neutral color tones. It's these earthy colors that is very much true to the boho style. It also has this, again, this really simple pattern that almost feels like a neutral. You can definitely wear this sweater like a neutral, especially if this is your style. And then what really makes the whole look together feel bohemian is the way she styled it. I feel like a suede, neutral, nude, or tan ankle bootie feels like the quintessential shoe for somebody with boho style, and she's wearing that here. And then she has, instead of like a denim short that we typically see, like a denim jean short that can work for some of the other style types, here it's a softer denim. It feels more like a fluid denim. There's more flow to her shorts than something like more of a classic denim jean short. Those elements brought together make the sweater and this whole look feel bohemian. Those elements brought together make the sweater and this whole look feel bohemian. So when you're building your capsule wardrobe and you want that foundation for your closet, you want to be able to get dressed effortlessly but look put together, you want to think about which of these personal style types feel like you, who you are today, not who you were 5 years ago or even a year ago, but who you are today. What's authentic? What are the details that you really enjoy wearing, that you get excited about wearing? What are the pieces that you feel best in? And how do they resonate with each of these style types? That's what's going to help you tweak your capsule wardrobe to fit with your authentic style. Now, I do have a guide. I will link it up above and down in the description below. So this is a guide that you can use to help you identify some of the capsule pieces that you're missing in your closet. I want you to actually think about what it is about that piece that fits in with your personal style. That's how you're going to build a capsule wardrobe that's not going to be boring, that you're going to love to wear, and that is really going to feel like you. So make sure you're subscribed because this is a 7-part series. This is only the second video. There's 5 more videos, each sharing another capsule wardrobe essential and how it's styled by the 9 most common personal style types. So have a great week and I'll see you next Thursday.